37 Rush. I'm back again with another Transformers review, and this time this is over the Mech Fans Deluxe Class Slurge, aka Sludge. This is my first Mech Fan figure I've gotten to go with my Dinobots, which I will reveal them in robot mode. But I'm gonna have to do something real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, the jaw does open. Barely, but since mine's having a pain in the ass part, I'm just gonna leave it like it is. It comes with two swords, which you're gonna see the other sword is gonna be on my slag. And here's this pistol, and I'm calling him Slurge, not Slurge, but a Sludge, just like the G1. But transform this guy, you gotta be very cautious. So without further ado, we're going to transform him. What you're going to do is open up the legs. When you do that, the body's going to start opening. That's a good sign. So open up the legs like that. You're going to come back here. I'm angling this up. See how it's pegged in? Carefully. You got to fidget with it a little bit. Actually, instead of fidgeting, why don't we just go ahead and try it opening up from here. That way, then we can just start opening up from back here. And you notice if you notice the gaps, I left the gaps in there for a reason. If you didn't see what I just did, I'm going to show you again. See right here? I pulled that back, flipped that over, brought that all the way around. Spin the head. That part's done. Just gonna gently open that up. But before you do, you're just gonna do this. Rotate that up like that. And the arms are tight as hell on this figure. And there's the rotator sliders, whatever the hell they call it. Then you're just gonna open it. Whoops. Open it up like this. But tilt it up just a little bit, angle it around like that, tilt it up just a tad bit, like a smidgen. We're going to come back here, you're going to drop those arms down, fold them up like that, open that back, drop it, then you're just going to open up like that. Now we're just going to angle these up like that. I like them angled all the way up. Gives it a neat look in the back, just like that. Now, the fun part. Yay for fun. Pull that down like that. We're just going to reach in, angle the legs up like that. Then we're just going to open the legs. And I've learned something really cool about this figure. You got to do that. Angle that down like that. Same thing here. You're just going to bring that out. Open. When you do, you're going to flip that down. You're going to flip the legs down. You're going to take, and since I had to do some super gluing on this figure, yeah, you're going to probably ask, why in the hell do you have these parts hanging out? And I'll explain why. And then you close that up. Now you can either do one or two options. You can either do it like this, which looks really stupid, or just push it all the way in, like, well, shit. I always leave it like that. Turn that all the way around like that, and push it in. Now, here's where it gets really tricky. Now before I get to that point, now we just got to turn this all the way around like so. And while it's turned all the way around, you're just going to pull this chest back up, push the chest up. It's going to lock into place. Bring that down. Bring the legs down like so. Open those back up again. Drop that down. Pull this down. You're going to use either a sword or a gun, doesn't matter. Me, I prefer using the sword in this hand. That's done. Right here, we're just gonna pop that open. Now, if you want, you can, but I wouldn't do it. Try to use your fingernails, but if you don't have any nails, guess what? You're screwed. You can use it up to here, then just pull that open like that. Drop that. Put that weapon in this hand like so. And yes, you're probably wondering why I got this done like this. Actually, I'm just gonna set the feet like that. Angle that back. Bring that down just like that. And pretty much bring the feet up. Bring everything up just like that. Yeah, it's going to be in the way, but you know what? Actually, you know what? I'm just going to leave it down. Screw it. Even though it's not part of the transformation, it's part of my transformation, and I will explain why. If you notice how it's crystal, the gold is kind of like turning red. The pegs right here actually broke off. Yeah, right here they broke off, so I had to end up super gluing it. So we're gonna have pretty much this whole entire kibble. I'm cool with that. I'm not gonna complain. Like I said, this is my first Mech fans figure. I like him. I want to get some of those Autobot symbols and put right in his chest. To get it up close to his head sculpt. Kind of resembles that of Cliff Jumper. But he's a good figure. I mean, I like the figure. He came with some other accessories too, which I don't know where I put them. But to do the size comparison, these are the Dinobots I have as of right now. I got the other one too, the other one, the Legends class, but I'm not going to count her as part of the team. And the reason being, because she was never in G1. So if they're not in G1, they don't get counted. So here's my Grimlock. Here's my Snarl. Not my Snarl, but I would like to get Snarl next. That's what I'm waiting on, actually. Here's my Slag. They call him Slud, or Slug, whatever his name is. I don't call him Slug. I call him Slag, because it's his G1 name, and if you have an issue with it, guess what? Tough. And here is my... Well, I gotta scoot these back, because this actually... Sludge is a little bit bigger than than these guys put together. He's a deluxe, but he's kind of bulkier. So here's my Dinobots right here. Awesome set. We got Swoop, Slag, Sludge, and my man Grimlock. Of course, he's gone through a few paint scheme changes, but other than that, this is pretty much it right now. Until they bring Snarl out. Now, if they happen to bring another Sludge, I might get him and Snarl, so that way I'll have all 5 of them. Even though Grimlock is a fall of Cybertron, but you know what? To fit with my Dinobots, he's actually A-okay in my book. So this is the Dinobots in a nutshell, the G1s, and this is 37 West.